And the biggest thing I think with Enabling Good Lives that I appreciate was the fact that they totally took on board the belief that I had that Prue would be able to do this, and they wanted to make it work as much as I did. So that was huge. I think just not having to convince people all the time, but with somebody there by your side that can just hold your hand basically to go through all the steps. There's a lot of steps involved, and like initially the funding application. Once you've got that, then you have to advertise for staff, so you've got interviews, and they came and helped you with the interviews. And once you've got that, you have to set up an accounting process and apply for a company name, and through another friend, she took that on board and she did that for us free of charge. And these things are all time consuming and quite difficult, but if you get the right people on board that are experts in those fields, you know, they can do it so much easier.
Enabling Good Lives has allowed us to get Prue doing something which is sort of useful in the society that she likes, and whereas otherwise we're in a sort of isolated position where we can't, I mean, going in and out of Christchurch is just, you know, it's just too much, it's too big a deal really, and the community knows it, and everything just sort of fits in well that way. So that's why Enabling Good Lives has really allowed us to do that. Whereas, I mean, other people always want to see things differently, want to go in different directions, and I think it's a really great system for us.
Well, why we started the laundry business for Prue was because I knew that was something she enjoyed doing. She will sit for hours helping my mother with the weekly, you know, passing the ironing or folding towels and things, and so I knew that was one thing she liked doing, and she would persevere with it. Well, I hoped she would. So that's why we opted to go.
How did Enabling Good Lives have any input into that?
Well, Enabling Good Lives, that was about the same time, which was fantastic for me, because being in a rural location, there's no services out here, there's no public transport, so I wanted Prue to be involved in the local community, and that's why she went to the local high school and primary schools. And so Enabling Good Lives is more about helping people create a good life for them in their own environments, and obviously doing something that they enjoy doing. And of course Prue could never go and get a job as such, so it was all about building a job around her and getting the people to come in and help her to do it, to achieve, and not have to travel to town every day. So Enabling Good Lives provided the base of making it work, and they seem to be right on board with the concept right from the start and understand that it could happen. Whereas when you've got a child like Prue who's very high needs, non-verbal, needs 24/7 care, it's very hard for people to imagine that she could actually do a job. So I believed it was, and so it was about creating ways that we could do that. And of course laundry, I knew she could be involved in Darfield, which is 7 kilometres from home. We could also have a set up at home where she could be working, so at times, downtimes, she can still be doing laundry here, or she could be picked up by a carer and go to Darfield and work from there, which she does. And the local rugby club was the first place we approached to see if we could do their jerseys, because of course, you know, to have a laundry you've got to have work, and they very kindly used to have their jerseys done by a corrections department, but they've said no, Prue could do it. So that was the first job we really took on. And to do the jerseys, there are processes along the way that Prue cannot do. She can sort the jerseys, and she can rinse them, put them in and out of the machine, hang them on the line, get them off the line, and with assistance fold them, and then So that's how we started, and then of course we got jobs for the summer in Darfield with 2 cafes doing their tea towels and hand towels, and an engineering firm doing their tea towels and hand towels, and Prue on foot delivers those and goes each week, picks up the dirty washing, delivers the clean, and she acknowledges the staff. And she was known in the district, having been at the local school, but it's sort of keeping that continuance of social and involvement locally. Our first clients in Darfield is an engineering firm, Bond Prue. Now Peter Bond told us that he wanted to be Prue's first client, so we put together a proposal which was we would launder up to 10 items, small items, that's tea towels, hand towels, and that would be $5 a week, and Prue would deliver them on foot each week and pick up the dirty ones and drop off. So we've started off, there are in fact only 2 to 3 items a week, but they still pay their $5, and Prue has learnt that that's the responsibility of her job. She goes in there quite happily, she's social, she acknowledges all of the staff, and does the job perfectly. So it's small, but it's quite precious because it's all part of the process of the journey of the laundry, really.
And so we also, like with Prue, like she always walks where the weather is appropriate to, because it's a bit of exercise for her. It breaks up her morning because often she'll have folding to do once she gets back to my place. And it was really important for her to engage with Bond and Prue and all their staff, and she's become very good at it.
So tell me about a visit there. What happens when you go and deliver the clean laundry?
Well, she kind of bursts through the door with enthusiasm because she knows, and that's come with confidence. And they'll be lurking somewhere in their offices, and they seem to hear, because it's this huge door and it makes this almighty bang. So they kind of know, and it's a Thursday morning ritual type thing. And so they always greet her. Which is really important for her to acknowledge that, because sometimes she can be so focused on the task that she'll just zoom on and get cracking on the task without acknowledging people. So it's been really great. She's improved, and she does the acknowledgement first and gets on, and always departs with a smile and a goodbye. She knows the process that we go through, that that we've with Bond and Prue. She knows it from A to Z, as in, folding the product, their bag, the meet greet, part of the event, and acknowledging their inputs and coming away with it.
With the next week.
Yeah, with the next week's work, basically.
Watch. Yes. That's it. Yep. And that's it. Prue.
I've been working with Prue since last year. It's been a year. This is my first time working with a special needs student like Prue. I've learnt numerous different signs that she does, which is amazing, and just learning what they're like as a person. It was when I did Outward Bound many years ago, and I did a service time with a special needs class up there, and we took them on a variety of things, and from there, when this opportunity came about, I jumped to it, knowing that they're the same people as ourselves, and they're just unique in their own ways, so we can still work with them, and I've still got their understanding of what we're about, and yeah.
And helping her with the business, for her future to be sustainable, does that feel good for you?
Yeah, it does. It's good to see that she's out there gonna give everything her best to work in the workplace and hopefully succeed. I let Prue do the things that she can do ably, and then I assist her with the things she can't physically do.
And that creates a micro business for her?
Exactly, and that creates a great business for her and us as her crew.
Where we are now, which is just over 12 months down the track, it's a huge relief to me, and it's just so rewarding to think that it has actually happened and it's real and it's working really well. It's growing. There's been challenges, and I don't deny that it's not been easy. There's been hiccups, and you know, you've been pushed at times, and it's a struggle because you're not only trying to do that, but you've got your own life to live and farms to run and bookwork to do, and you know, as a child that may be sick and amongst all of it. So there are lots of challenges, but now it's fantastic, and plus the staff, you know, it takes time for staff to get to know the job and you to get to know the staff, but we've been lucky, and we've got very good people involved, and it's great.
And the future?
The future, I hope to step back a little bit. Like any parent, you know, you need to be involved, I think, with your children, and you want to do as much as you can to help, and I will do that as much as I can, but down the track I'd like somebody else to come in and take over my role a bit more, particularly in the weekends, and maybe Prue can start transitioning out of home in a couple of years and have 2 or 3 nights maybe in Darfield and a couple of nights at home, and we can build up that leaving home could be an option as well. The funding also helped us put in a ramp at the laundry in Darfield so she can safely get in and out carrying her basket of washing to the line.
What are you saying, Prue? Yeah, we're going to have someone in too soon.